Changes.
Hello, every pony, and welcome to the Pony Talk podcast. I am your host, Deshi101, and I am here joined by the wonderful Icing Whites. Say hello to every pony.
Hey guys, Icing White here. Here to talk in the Pony Cast with Deshi101.
Yes. So, this is our first annual official podcast we are doing on Season 7, guys. Very exciting. I know a lot of you are interested into it, and I really appreciate it. It really helps me a lot. And let's see if we could try making this a successful series. But enough talking with the podcast. Let's dive into what we're here today for. So, this week's topic, as you saw, is going to be Rock Solid Friendship, Season 7, Episode 4 of My Little Pony. Alright, so, I gotta say, first of all, I was very excited to see that we had Maud Pie finally come in after so long, guys. I love Maud Pie episodes as much as I do with background characters, which we're supposed to get one of those in the future. I don't know. What was your opinion on Maud Pie?
I actually really like her. She's just like solid and everything, but I mean she's weird sometimes because she goes crazy over rocks, but
Yeah.
But besides that actually, I do like her. She's really nice and like
Yeah.
I was thinking on all that.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, I really gotta say, this episode, I think, has been the most touching to me personally, guys. Seeing an actual relationship between sister and sister, you know, and I really haven't really seen too much like that in reality, believe it or not. I mean, I've seen things, but mostly people don't like their sisters or their brothers or anything. This was like really friendly. It was really nice, really kind, and it really just struck me, you know. But we are introduced into the episode with Pinkie saying that, well, Pinkie is showing up at Maud Pie's graduation. I'm guessing Rock University? I don't know.
Like, what the fuck do you do? They're examining rocks or something, or collect rocks?
You know, I personally don't know, and I just hit my plushie. Oh no, Fluttershy.
Rocks.
It rocks. Yeah, so we are introduced with Pinkie Pie with at the ceremony, at Maud Pie's graduation ceremony. And that's what we're introduced first, and then we're introduced into her saying that she wants to move into Ponyville, which, hold up, that's a big shocker right there. Maud Pie wanting to go to Ponyville. Well, how Pinkie says it is another story, but you know what? It's good enough, you know, just for that. But I forget what else she said she wanted to go to. I guess another place with a bunch of more rocks. I don't really know. But
somewhere where some people go to discover ancient artifacts or something like that, but it said ancient artifacts, you collect rocks.
yeah,
So
technically, yeah. So basically, it's a place in the mountains and stuff where she can get different kinds of rocks, and yeah. But she is on her way to Ponyville, and Pinkie tries to show her Ponyville has this type of style and that she'll really like, and she would want to move into Ponyville. That is Pinkie's main goal, getting her sister to live with her. Well, not physically in the same household, but you know what I mean. So, but we get a little interesting subject. Pinkie, or Maud, I should say, says that she wants to try something new, when I say try, to make friends. And, you know, it really, really surprised Pinkie. Really a lot. And I was just kind of like, alright, so I wonder who will end up being Maud's friend. I mean, technically, the main six are already technically friends with Maud, but Maud really wants a person that's relatable to her, and also the same characteristic that she really is interest, which in this case rocks. Yeah, so that is a very interesting subject. As Pinkie is, she gets into chaos. But that's why Pinkie is a very well-known and loving character, as we all know her. But then she discovers Starlight Glimmer. I was about to say Sunset Shimmer. Yeah, I know. They're so identical with their names. I don't know. That's how I feel. But, yeah. She meets up with Starlight, who just walked out of Twilight's castle, and bumps into her, and we kind of have a flashback of Starlight saying, "Do I know you from somewhere?" And we are taken back to the time when Starlight owned her village, Equality Town as I like to call it. And Starlight comes across Maud at this point in time and says, "Hey, do you know any good caves that I could use to store cutie marks?" And Maud just like, "Yeah, over there." And then we're seeing in a clip where the village is being built and established. So that was very interesting to me. I don't know about you. What did you think?
I think one is just when Maud and Starlight asked her, "Is there any place to get like the store cutie marks?" I'm surprised that Maud didn't even ask, "Why do you want to collect cutie marks?"
Yeah, and you know,
she like in the cave was like, "Oh, so that's how she found the cave."
That's how she found the cave, and you know that's really funny. That's really funny, and I'm surprised like Maud didn't like move into town or anything with them and stuff. I know this is kind of going out of conspiracy theory, but you know what? There's a lot of ifs in that scene. Why didn't Maud ask about why she would want to do this and stuff like that? And you'd think that'd be a little weird and creepy. But she just carried on with her normal rock routines, and yeah, they lived happily ever after. Until the whole thing with the main six, and then Starlight moving in. And yeah, I honestly, personally thought we were going to lose Starlight at the beginning of the season, and I'm like, okay, we only had her for one season, which was season 6. Why are we losing her? But that's a whole nother episode, guys. I just wanted to personally put that in for you to tell you that I was very stumped why they were already making a graduation ceremony. And funny how I say graduation. There were 2 graduations technically in this season. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
That's funny. Very funny. So, I don't know. Could this be the theme of the season? We don't know. We have a lot more to come across. But, anyway, Pinkie basically wanders around with Maud and Starlight just to give them a little bit of company, I guess you could say. And it ends up being a little too much. And Pinkie then finds a note on her bed that's from Maud, of course, saying that she really doesn't like it there, and she thinks it's a better place is, well, the place that she was naming off second. I can't think of the name for some stupid reason.
Well, the only thing she did to get this Pinkie Pie was, like, really up on Starlight and Maud becoming friends together. I mean, for God's sake, they put a bell around them.
I know! That really cracked me up.
So I don't know who's trying to give you guys.
I don't know, and I was just very lost and stumped why Pinkie was doing that. But you know what? Pinkie does a lot of... Exactly. Pinkie does a lot of weird things. That's why she has built up her character. She breaks the fourth wall. She's in love with parties. And she just loves doing a lot of crazy stuff. Who wouldn't like that? That's technically in our future right now, guys. In our generation. So that's stuff we love. And it's even more awesome to get a Mod Pie episode on top of that. So it's 10 times better. But... yeah, so going back to the notes, Pinkie finds that and goes to Starlight telling her the news and waking her up out of bed, which is something I don't like, and I think a lot of you have that experience every day in your life, whether you go to school, work, I don't know. But Pinkie just tells her everything, and Starlight finally decides to become honest. Even though she really doesn't want to do this and break Pinkie's heart, she does it anyway. She fully tells her, I just think it was you that was causing it. You causing the problem. You the reason why she left, and she just felt rushed into it. And, you know, at that time, I don't think Starlight really could have said that any better than what she did. It was just pushed up against on her all at once, all this craziness. You know, Maud left. What do I do? And I think it was just finally time for Starlight to come clean and say, you're being too much. But anyway, Pinkie becomes sad. I know. Pinkie becomes sad, and she decides to go down and track Maud, and she basically finds her inside one of those creatures in Equestria. I don't know what they're specifically called, but, They're like giant eels, but I'm not sure if that's what they're called. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments. But, yeah, and I like how Maud's like, I'm not in any danger, yet she's doing basically Daring Do stuff all the time. I'm surprised she's not, like, Daring Do's sidekick or anything like that. It's really funny. But she's over here with Pinkie, I'm not in any trouble, while she's dodging these eel-looking things, these eel creatures. And then Pinkie finally, after they're literally on hanging over a cliff, but not really. Basically Pinkie finally says, I'm sorry if I was getting in your way of saying I want you to move into Ponyville, I want you to make friends, I want you to do this and just love it and stay here with me. But I was doing it my way, I was not doing it your way. And I think it was very perfect how she put it. And it was just very sweet and kind. And that's how I expect relationships between siblings to be. But, you know, knowing our world, that's not... I know, that's a lot to take in. I almost started tearing up. Okay, there was one episode I teared up on, and that was Thanks for the Memories. That episode was just sad. I'm sorry. That probably was... I know. And it wasn't just Rainbow Dash. It was also the whole main six just curling up on her, just crying along with her. It was sad. Yeah, except Applejack and Twilight, but, you know. I don't... Was Spike... Spike, I think, was crying, too. I'm not sure. Wait, what? I believe he was. He might have not, but, you know, there's so many episodes now. We passed 100 episodes. I can't keep track of any. But I know right on top of the bat what scenes occurred, what happened, yeah. But, anyway... Going back to the scene, I know we're getting off subject a lot, guys, but this is going to happen quite a bit. I mean, when you talk about a certain subject, you gotta get off topic a little bit. Just how it goes. But Pinkie comes clean and says, I'm sorry for making you do things my way. I think it's time for me to finally let you do things your way. And just come back and give Ponyville one more chance. And if you don't like it, I'll leave you alone. But, it would really make me a lot happier if I left you guys alone. And that's exactly what she did. She moved into Ponyville. Somewhat. She's somewhere around Ponyville. She's in a cave now. She lives in a cave. Which I kind of expected something like that, But oh my god, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Her house is amazing. Even though it's underground, it's still really, really cool. She loves rocks. I mean, her bed was a rock. Basically. Well, it was minerals. Oh yeah, Pinkie Pie slippers. But I was kind of finding that too funny. I was like, oh wow, Mod actually has Pinkie Pie slippers. How Exactly. I was just about to mention that. Yeah, I just found it a little interesting, but
Next, we're gonna see Applejack Apple Bloom slippers in that.
yeah, I definitely could see that. I really could see that happening.
We have Scootaloo, who will possibly soon have a Rainbow Dash plushie.
Well, I think she does. I know. Well, she has a poster. Scootaloo does have Rainbow Dash plushie because the Cutie Mark Crusaders clubhouse.
Everything of her is just rainbow.
I mean, she even has hanging up in the treehouse a little portion of hair cut from her mane on a little frame too. So that was from Scootaloo. But yeah, and I don't know. I'm hoping we get a Scootaloo episode. I know, because a lot of people have been curious, does Scootaloo actually have parents? I don't know. I know this is getting off subject, guys, but I really hope Hasbro makes an episode on that and stuff, and why we don't really see, Connects, just had a little thing going on there. Anyway, I don't know. I'm hoping to see a future episode like that, but rock solid friendship, guys. What are my thoughts on that? Well, I think it was excellent seeing another Mod Pie episode, as I explained plenty of times. Of course, Pinkie or Icing, same thing. She absolutely loved it. It was a Pinkie Pie episode. How could she not like it? Yeah. So, guys, my personal thoughts, Season 7 so far is 100% awesome. The premiere was a little bit different, but you know what? I think this is going to be perfect for the future episodes coming in. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't know. Notifications just keep popping up on my screen for no apparent reason. But I'm really excited to see what the future brings us for possible seasons and episodes. What about you, Icing?
Yeah, I can't wait to see what else kind of adventures Mystics are gonna have. And on this episode, I'd say it was really good, really heartwarming to the Pie family.
Very heartwarming.
Maud and Pinkie together again.
Oh yeah, definitely. And now that she's moved into Ponyville, technically, we might be seeing more episodes. But until
In the background.
Yeah. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will have more episodes up on the Pony Talk podcast. But we all thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully have a thing where I know some of you guys want to join the podcast, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Just give it in some time, but I want to know, what are your guys' thoughts on Rock Solid Friendship? Did you guys like it? What do you think Hasbro could have improved in the episode, or do you think it was just rock solid?
What do you think kid like, I don't know, do or whatever.
I don't know. But we want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. But until then, guys, that's all we have time for. Thank you guys so much for joining this podcast. Please like, share, favorite, and subscribe, guys. And don't forget to go check out Icing's channel. Her channel will be down below in the description, as well on the outro to this video. So if you guys want to join, just comment down below that saying that you guys want to join the Pony Talk podcast. We already have a list made up for the other future podcasts, and yeah. So, and I wanted to thank you, Icing, for coming to this podcast and talking about the 4th episode of the season.
I like to be here, and it's a big pleasure.
Oh, well, we definitely appreciate to have you. We're definitely appreciative to have you on the podcast. Yes. Until then, guys, we will see you in the next Pony Talk podcast. And this is Dashy 101 signing off. Bye, every pony.